What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, I am throwing it back on this video for a throwback Thursday, or whenever it is that you will be watching this. So as we all do, we buy new stuff and we forget about the old shit. So I wanted to challenge myself, and I decided that I'm going to come out with a video series. So in this series, I'm going to release one video a month, where on a Thursday, I'm going to do like a throwback or an ode to a oldie but goodie product. In this video, I am focusing on the Urban Decay electric palette. Now, when this guy came out, I was so amped, so pumped. I believe I may have like 1 or 2 videos using this, but beyond just filming for you guys, I want to say I probably only used this a total of 15 times, which is just slightly ridiculous. So again, I just wanted to challenge myself and break myself out of my box and come up with a very fun and funky look using this palette. Here is what it looks like on the inside. It has so many like bright, vivid, funky colors, and all of these are so true to color once you put them on your eyelid. I did have a little bit of trouble with this guy, which is called Thrash. It did get a little patchy, and that's what I have on my middle lid here. But all in all, these are all beautiful colors, great shadows. If you know Urban Decay, you know their shadows are the shit. So I wanted to pull this guy out. I feel like I've said that 1,000,001 times already. If you guys want to see how I created this look for Throwback Thursday, please stay tuned. Peace. All right, you guys, so as you can see, I have already prepped my face, and I did go TBT on that as well. I used the Wet n Wild. This is the the Photo Focus foundation. I am in the shade Desert Beige, so I just went on ahead and prepped with that. And I also did my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. And I did prep my eyelids as well with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. So most of those products are pretty like old and throwback, so we shall proceed. All right, the first palette that I want to go into is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This was definitely a fave back in the day. I'm sure you guys have seen this 1,001 times, but I just want to kind of use this as like a starting point. I really don't know what I want to do with a look yet, but I'll do what I always do to kind of prep for a look and go in with a transition color. So I'm using the shade, I don't even know what these are called. This is how you know how old it is. It doesn't even have the names printed on it, but this is Salted Caramel that I'm going into with just a larger fluffy brush. Next, I'm going to take a bit of white chocolate just to run that on my brow bone. All right, next palette I am going into is the Urban Decay Electric palette. Now, when I got this palette, I was so geeked up thinking I was gonna like come up with all these creative looks and everything like that. And truth is, I just haven't really dug into it a whole lot. So I want to try to use maybe a couple of shades. I'm not really sure, again, the direction that I want to take. But to start, I think I'm going to go into Slow Burn. It's slightly shimmery, but I think it'll still be nice as like a transitional color. Next shade I'm going to go into here is Urban, which is also a more shimmery shade, but we're just having fun right now, right? thinking I kind of want to go for like a halo eye, so I'm going to pop that on the inner corner as well. I'm going to take a bit of slow burn again just to kind of blend the two shades here on the edge. All right, so I'm going to go on ahead and take a little bit more of the primer potion just to help intensify our bright shade on our inner lid. All right, the shade that I'm going to take here is Thrash. Not in love with how Thrash is applying. It's kind of applying patchy, and I'm not sure if that's due to the primer or what. So I'm just going to take, I think I'm going to put some glitter on top of it to make it a bit more forgiving. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and go into Jilted just to kind of blend the two shades. All right, I'm gonna go back into the Chocolate Bar palette just to deepen the crease slightly with, actually I wanna switch brushes. I'm gonna deep the outer corners just a little bit more just to kind of intensify the look. All right, I'm going to go on ahead and prep the rest of my face, conceal, powder, and everything, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so let's go on ahead and finish up the eye. I don't want to do a wing liner, so I'm just going to pass on that and go on ahead and start on the lower lash line. So the first color I would like to take is, let's go into Urban. Or do I want to switch it up? Do I want to keep with the same theme, or do I want to try to use some, let's use a different color. So I'm going to go into Chaos, which is actually one of my favorite colors in this palette. Laid that down. Now I'm going to smudge it out with Urban. All right, and to complete the shadow, I'm going to take Slow Burn and just kind of round it out on these edges here. All right, and like I said, I wanted to do a bit of glitter, so I'm just using this Coastal Scents glitter in Crystal Ball, which is like more of like a translucent glitter, but it has like this holographic look to it, almost like fairy dust. I'm feeling it. So I'm gonna use this with a bit of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. She's fine too, but I want you. Smudge the glue on with my finger, just right in the center here. I'm gonna just take a fluffy brush. Ooh. Just to kind of clean up around. Also going to dot just a little bit in the center on the lower lash as well. This time I'm going to take a more precise brush, and this is just the guy that comes out of the palette. Just one, just in the middle here. All right, I want to go into Urban just to intensify it around the glitter a little bit because I really want it to still stand out. And just buff out the edges with this clean brush here. All right, you guys, so moving on to the face, I am going to take the Anastasia Contour Kit. This is super TBT for those who have been watching me for a while. Surprisingly, I haven't hit pan on anything, but I'm just gonna take this color here as my contour shade. All right, and as for blush and highlight, I am going into the Balm's Luminizer Sister, or the Manizer Sisters, and I am going to use Betty Luminizer as my blush. This is a bit more subtle, which I think works for this more bright eye. And then if you guys know me, if you guys are OG, then you know that Mary Luminizer was like my first highlighter that I ever hit pan on and pretty much finished. So I'm going to use this guy today. I'm also going to use Mary Luminizer as like a inner corner highlight, just to kind of like brighten the eyes up a little bit. Love this highlighter so much. All right, and before I put my lashes or anything on, I'm gonna go TBT on that as well and use the MAC Fix Plus just to kind of melt everything in a little bit. All right, so let's go on ahead and prep our eyes for eyelashes. The lashes that I'm using today are the Eyelure X Crazy Ray Ray. These guys I've had for like maybe about a year now, and I don't think that I've used them on camera much, but I really like them, especially for more rounded eye looks like this. So, and then the mascara that I'm using is the CoverGirl Flourish by Lash Blast. right, so we got the lashes on. That was a complete struggle. I didn't let my glue dry long enough. But anyway, so as for the lips, I'm taking a Super TBT and I'm using Coco Loco by Jordana, Sushi Kiss by MAC. Now, y'all know this, listen, this is one of my most loved lipsticks. It's actually one of my first MAC lipsticks, I believe, which is so crazy. And then I'm using just a little tiny bit of the Intense Butter Gloss by NYX. Now, y'all know it's love when there's like literally nothing in here, but I managed to get a little bit out of here before it's a done deal. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating this look. I didn't use a whole lot of the Too Faced chocolate bar palette, but I did want to get some use out of it because, as you see, I really just haven't used a whole lot of it, and that's like pretty much the whole point of doing this Throwback Thursday series. And as far as my Urban Decay Electric palette, I love what I was able to create with a few of the colors out of here. I think that I need to pull this guy out a lot more to create more bold looks. I don't use color a whole lot, so this will really help me step out of my comfort zone. And then, of course, my Mary Luminizer, like, my gosh, like this highlight, guys, like, is giving your girl life. So I encourage all of you guys to dig back deep in the back of your drawers or in the back of your palette stacks, whatever it is. Dig deep, find some of these throwbacks, because we are so consumed in new makeup and new releases, new exciting things constantly, but you sometimes just have to show love to the oldies but goodies. And again, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit it with a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe. And until the next one, I will see you guys later. Peace out.